Have you ever found yourself queuing up The Office for the fifth time this year? Or rewatching Friends even though you can recite every line? While your friends are binging the latest Netflix release, you're back on season 3 of a show you've already seen a dozen times. It seems irrational, doesn't it? Why would someone choose the predictable over the new? Why replay the same emotional beats when there's an entire universe of fresh content waiting? Here's the question most people won't ask. What if this isn't laziness or lack of curiosity? What if the psychology behind rewatching runs deeper than comfort? Is it avoidance, nostalgia, or something much deeper in their psychology? Let me show you what most people miss. The 4 types of serial rewatchers. Type 1, the cognitive sanctuary seeker. This person doesn't rewatch shows because they're boring. They do it because their brain is overstimulated. Think about it. You live in a world that demands constant novelty. New emails, new crises, new opinions to have about things you didn't care about yesterday. Your brain is exhausted from decision fatigue. When you rewatch a familiar show, you're not escaping reality. You're giving your prefrontal cortex a break. You already know the plot. You don't have to analyze character motivations or predict twists. Your brain can finally rest while still being entertained. Neuroscience backs this up. Familiar narratives activate the brain's default mode network, the same system that kicks in during meditation. You're not zoning out, you're recharging. The hidden strength, you've learned that rest doesn't always mean doing nothing. Sometimes it means choosing predictability in a chaotic world. Type 2, the emotional anchor. You don't just rewatch shows. You rewatch specific episodes at specific times in your life. When you're anxious, it's the episode where everything works out. When you're lonely, it's the one where the group comes together. These aren't just scenes, they're emotional landmarks. Here's the truth most people don't admit. You're using fiction to regulate emotions that real life hasn't resolved yet. Psychologists call this parasocial regulation. You've formed bonds with characters who feel safer than real people. They won't judge you, they won't leave. They'll deliver the same comforting arc every single time. And here's what's fascinating, this isn't weakness. It's emotional intelligence. You've identified what soothes your nervous system and you've created a low-risk way to access it. That's not avoidance. That's self-preservation. The hidden strength, you understand that healing isn't linear. Sometimes you need to return to safe emotional spaces before you can move forward. Type 3, the nostalgia architect. For you, rewatching isn't about the show. It's about the version of you who first watched it. Maybe you binged Breaking Bad during college. Maybe The Sopranos got you through a breakup. When you rewatch now, you're not just seeing Walter White. You're seeing the person you were when you first met him. This is called nostalgic reminiscence, and it serves a specific psychological function, identity continuity. As you change, as life pulls you in different directions, these shows become mirrors. They remind you of where you've been. They prove you've survived, but here's the deeper layer. You're also testing yourself. Do I still relate to this character? Do I still laugh at this joke? You're measuring growth by revisiting fixed points in your past. The hidden strength. You don't fear change because you've built anchors. You know who you were, and that makes it easier to figure out who you're becoming. Type 4, the pattern perfectionist. You rewatch because you keep noticing new things. The background joke you missed, the foreshadowing in Season 1 that pays off in Season 4. The way a character's microexpression reveals their true intention. Your brain is wired for pattern recognition. And once you've seen the full story, you can finally appreciate the architecture. You're not passively consuming. You're analyzing, dissecting, mastering. This ties into something psychologists call cognitive closure. You don't like loose ends. You don't like ambiguity. Rewatching gives you control. You get to understand the blueprint completely. The hidden strength? You value depth over breadth. In a culture obsessed with consuming more, you've chosen to understand better. The bottom line, you're not stuck in the past. You're not afraid of new experiences. You're not wasting time. You're just free from the pressure to constantly consume the new. You've realized that depth, familiarity, and emotional safety aren't signs of weakness. They're choices, strategic ones. While the world sprints toward the next thing, you've learned to pause, to return, to find meaning in repetition. That's not boring, that's wisdom. So, which type are you? Are you the sanctuary seeker, resting your overstimulated mind? The emotional anchor, finding comfort in familiar faces? The nostalgia architect, measuring your growth? Or the pattern perfectionist, mastering every detail? And if none of these fit, tell me, what's your type 5? Drop it in the comments. I want to know how you experience this. Join our community of people who value presence and growth over endless consumption. We have a Discord where we dive even deeper into behavioral psychology. Links in the description. Hit subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. It helps more people find messages like this. Because behavioral code isn't just a channel, it's a mindset.